Today I wanted to share my story on me going diamond, and I'm going to put this out there and let you guys kind of ask any questions that you have or tips, tricks, etc. Now I will say, knowing what I know now, man, I wish I would have had some more organization with everything that I had, but sometimes it's just you run with it, and you kind of make it work. So I really wanted to sorry, my phone is blowing up right now, so I'm trying to ignore everything. So I was 6 months in, and this was the $10,000 cash bonus had gotten brought back, and then they were like, okay, this is actually the last month that we're gonna have it, da 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 da. And the following month was actually my wedding. So in March I promoted to Ruby, and then in April I knew I had to go diamond. I just knew I had to make it happen because my wedding was in May, and that was my big goal. So in 6 months I ended up going Ruby, and I knew that I had to hit the diamond mark by April. It just had to happen. I had to make it happen, and I was working full time. I was super busy. I'm one of those people where I needed like a clean house. Like I needed a clean house in order to work and all that stuff. So I actually talked to my husband, and I do feel like communication is key. So I definitely sat down with him and I was like, listen, like, this is what I'm running after. This is what it could do for us. This is how it could change everything. You want an open bar at our wedding, this is going to pay for that open bar. So I pretty much put it out there, and I included him in it. So like, hey, if you really want this too, like, this is what it's going to do for us. And heck, open bar, he was all on board. So I said, okay, no date nights. We're not going out this entire month. It's only 30 days. Like, you're fine. Like, you're going to be okay. I'm not going to be cooking meals for us. So either you can pick up food and bring it home, or we can, run to Costco. You run to Costco and pick up, the pre-made meals and stuff like that. I'm fine with that. But I'm not cooking, and I'm actually not going grocery shopping either. And this was before we had like the click list stuff. So it wasn't like pick up your own groceries. So I really had to make some serious sacrifices. And this is going to sound really dumb, but Bachelor was like my favorite thing to watch, and I told myself, like, you're not allowed to watch it at all until the end of the month. So that first April 1st, you may watch The Bachelor, but you cannot watch any TV shows, because for me it was like I would always get sucked in, and then I was like, oh my god, where did the last 2 hours go? Like, I could have been actively working my business. So I knew that I had to be intentional. So I had a to-do list every single day. And even back then, I don't even think I called it a 6 list. Now, when I promoted to triple, I had 2 6 lists. So I had 2 6 lists. One thing, I'm just going to kind of show you, kind of like an example. And this is in the team page. So it's a 6 list that you're basically doing the same thing on every Monday. You're doing the same thing every Tuesday. Okay, does that make sense? And then I would make another 6 list based on like, okay, I need to follow up with Katie so-and-so, or I need to, the day-to-day things that were changing. So that was a big thing. But honestly, I never called them a 6 list, and I didn't really even implement that until I even was pushing for triple. So again, when I was going diamond, I didn't want to, I think my biggest fear was that I didn't want to annoy people on Facebook. That was something that I had to kind of get over and think, these people aren't paying my bills. Like, this is going to change it all. Like, if I can get this $10,000 cash bonus, oh my God. And I don't want to sound shallow when I say this, but I really want to say, like, my top 3 reasons for going diamond was to prove people wrong, to prove to all my haters, to prove to all the people that questioned me and told me, you're stupid for doing this and stuff like that. And I don't want to sound, I say shallow, but I had so many haters. I really did. A lot behind the scenes that I would hear from people about, or even those people that, out and out told me, I'm unfriending you because I don't want to see your Facebook stuff. So that was really hard for me. And that was one of my biggest hurdles, one of my biggest hurdles when I was my gosh, sorry, I keep sending the messages. That was one of my biggest hurdles in this entire business, is getting over that. And I think it's just a mindset thing. You really have to just get in your head that these people aren't paying your bills. And if your confidence is shining through and there's no way that you're quitting, can I just share something real quick, total sidebar? I was going through my Time Hop today and I saw this girl, and she had posted and tagged me in it 2 years ago, and she was like, this business, this, and these products are amazing, and I'm not going anywhere, and this, just like this whole spiel, and it was so believable. And she's nowhere to be found. Like, she literally got to Ruby, and then she just wanted her team to build her, and they didn't, and she fell off, and then she quit, and she hasn't done anything. So she made it sound so believable, and then she fell off. So people kind of knew, probably knew how she was. I'm going to tell you right now, 100%, that I make it very well known that I'm not going anywhere. And I did then too. I made it very clear to people that I'm going to the top. I'm claiming this, and I don't care how long it takes me, but this is what I'm doing, and whoever wants to come with me can come with me. And so they didn't have live videos back then. I'm telling you, if they had live videos, I could have gone live and I could have been like, okay, I need to get serious right now. This is my goal, and I need to show you how you want to be a part of this, and why you want to be a part of this, and what this could do for you, and how this could change things for you too. And as long as you're not somebody that wants to sign up and then just hope money gets deposited into their bank account. And when I talk, I speak with confidence, because I'm very confident about the products. I'm very confident with the business. And I want to say that confidence has grown so much over the last couple of years. And yes, when I first was starting, that confidence wasn't there, because I felt like I wasn't making enough money, and I wasn't blah, 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 blah. Who cares? I wish somebody would have just looked at me and been like, you're going for this goal. Just tell people that your goal is $2,000 a month. They don't have to know that you only made $17 on your first paycheck. That was my first paycheck, $17. So for me, it was a lot about proving people wrong. And that was a big, I turned my haters into my motivators. And I'm telling you, that was the number one thing that pushed me, and nothing could get in my way. I'm 100%, I can tell you that nothing got in my way. I even had a friend go into the hospital 2 days before the end of the month. And you guys, I brought my charts, and I brought my phone, and I brought my list of people that I needed to contact. And I'm not kidding you when I tell you, she was in a huge accident, and I was there holding her bedpan, and then she'd fall asleep, and I'd go over in the corner and I'd work my business. I could have easily been da 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 da, because people would understand. She didn't go because one of her really good friends just went into the hospital, and people would understand why I didn't push those days. It's easy to say people would understand that, because that's normal, right? But you've got to have that drive, and you're the only one. You are the only one that can make that drive happen. You have to be self-motivated. You have to be self-disciplined. You guys, I woke up to an alarm. I would wake up earlier. I would go to bed later. There were things that I did that I was so tired and I didn't want to do it. But you know what? I did it. And now we have energy. We have keto energy. We have coffee. We have all these things that can really keep us awake. So utilize them. But I was just thinking one other thing. I was going to say one other thing that really helped me, but then of course I forgot about it. But you have to know where you're going, and you have to know how to get there. So I will be honest that I never fully actually did this until I was going triple, but I knew I needed this. So I went back to week 3, week 2, week 1, and I said, I need this many customers, this many distributors, this many customers, this many distributors, I did that when I went triple. I wish I would have done something like that when I went diamond. So that would have really probably helped me get there a lot faster. So making sacrifices, open communication with your husband, whoever, and honestly, even with your kids. Guys, there's times where at night Parker wants me to lay with him, and end of month, I looked at him and I said, and he now knows this because I've communicated this with him, but I say to him, you know how daddy has to go to work and he has to leave and he has to go really far away and he has to go to work? Do you want mommy to have to do that? because mommy gets to work on the couch. Mommy gets to stay home with you and mommy gets to work on the couch. But Parker has to go to bed if you want mommy to be able to stay here and work from home. So we have that conversation. So when he gets really needy or he wants me to lay with him and I've got big goals that I really need to meet, I tell him, listen, remember what we talked about, da 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 da. Okay, so you have to be self-disciplined to the fact of nothing's going to get in your way. I just remembered what I was going to say. You're going to have hurdles. Okay, you have to accept this right now today. You're going to have hurdles. You're going to have some of the hardest times in your entire business, your entire life, whatever it may be. This month is going to be really hard for you. Okay, you might have a visitor. You might have a trip planned. Your kid might get really sick. Somebody might pass away. You might have to take an emergency trip somewhere. You might end up really sick. I'm just saying there are so many different things that can happen, and you've got to get in your head right now. You need to tell yourself, there's nothing that's going to get in my way. If things happen, I'm just going to pack up my chart. I'm just going to pack up my bag and I'm going to work along the way, because that's what this business is all about. And you've got bigger goals and you've got that why in your forefront. So nothing is going to get in your way. Absolutely nothing is going to get in your way, but you have to tell yourself that. And I'm telling you, I promoted to diamond, double diamond, and triple diamond. And guess what? Every single time I promoted, somebody quit as a distributor within the last couple of days of the month, and I had to find a new distributor and then get them to 400 every single promotion. So guess what? When I go presidential, I'm going to have a serious backup plan ready for that. I'm going to have 2 people that are like right on the hook, ready to sign up. And that's why it's so important to constantly be planting those seeds, because right now is where it's all going to be harvested. Okay, so the last couple of months, you've been working your tail off, planting seeds, having conversations with people. Now is the time to follow up. Now is the time to be intentional. I cannot tell you how important it is to be intentional. Stop scrolling. You got to guide yourself by that 6 list. So I'm going to leave it there. I've totally said so much, but I hope you got a lot out of this. If you want me to expand on anything, please let me know. If you have specific questions, please let me know. Put it in the comments. I'm going to, I'll share this in the team page, and then I'm going to share this in our group chat too. So please let me know if you have questions. I'm cheering all of you on. I can tell you right now that when I went diamond, it really set that light bulb off in my head that I could achieve more and I could do more in this business. And I was going to do more. Guys, I wanted to go Ruby, get that $500 for an extra, for our open bar, and then I wanted to quit. I have 2 master's degrees. I did not want to do something like this. I worked really hard in school to be a special ed and math teacher, but after I got married and I had that open bar and I the light bulb kind of went off, I got pregnant. So I will tell you, after you kind of reach that goal and I paid for the open bar, I was like, I don't even know what I'm working for now. I don't know why I'm right. So then I got pregnant, and that's when I was like, there's my new why. Now I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I don't want to send my kid to daycare. And it was like things kept happening, and you have to constantly be like evolving that why and being able to change that, but you got to be able to dream a little bit bigger. So, all right, I'm going to stop there. So if you guys have questions, please feel free to ask me. Thank you so much for watching this, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.